then, viewers, welcome back to an episode of Boston Boys with the Boston Boy, DoctorBenjy FM. Welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're very well. Hope you're going to have a nice weekend this weekend. Got anything good planned? Anything exciting? I've got a big family get-together, so I'll let you draw your own conclusions. And you can see then, after 15 games played for us this year, we are on 38 points, just behind Chester. Now, I was desperate to bring you today's episode as Chester unbeaten, Boston unbeaten. I was almost rooting for them to go unbeaten as much as we were until our most recent of games in where we lost to Brackley 2-1. Very, very disappointing, very annoying. But you can see for the rest of the league table, viewers, it's gone remarkably well. Despite the fact we're out of the FA Cup fourth round, FC Halifax got some revenge on us after a previous season's knockout by us. FC down in Manchester also a draw, but an 8-3 win in there. I mean, that's always exciting. Staley Bridge well beaten. Alabusu, probably that, with a hat-trick. Alfie Payne, Chris Thorpe both getting goals as well as Robbie Burton on the score sheet. So yeah, a nice win. 11 goals in a game, always pleasing. And today then sets up Chester and Leamington as our two big games. Now, Leamington have been a very closely contested side of ours in recent years, but this year you can already see the gap has well emerged. 9 points the gap right now between ourselves and Darlington. Of course, we've played a game more, but regardless, still a big points gap no matter what happens. And Chester then, with their game in hand, have a points advantage, and this is one of those games then that we have to win to have any chance really at this automatic spot. A defeat today and we are relying on Chester slipping up, and so far this year, as you can see, 13 wins, 1 draw, 0 defeats. They're doing quite well. But as are we. You look at the some of the average rating stats there, you can see Ryan and Minivan both on there for us. Ali Belusi has got Belusu. It's Sue. Alabiosu has got 7 assists as well, looking really good. And 11 clean sheets for Harry Wright in goal. I mean, if he's only played 15 games, he's got 11 clean sheets. It's remarkable. So you probably think his average rating is... there's a spot the other one helps you is. Can you see which player is not necessarily having the average rating he maybe deserves? With the most clean sheets this season, conceding 4 goals. Goalkeeper ratings are broken. I mean, they're literally broken. Or they're not fair. Maybe they're not broken, they're just not fair. Now, as you can see, we've played midweek against Brackley, and a few of our players probably not fit to start this one, which is a little bit concerning for us. So I'm going to move Gibbons over. Mikel Parker is going to step out for Pennell, who's more than capable of filling in at centre-back. And then maybe further forward, I mean, Alabusu, it's a question mark whether we start him in the game or we bring him on late doors. I think I'm going to start him, and then Liam Edwards or maybe Harvey Neville will come on later in the game. We've got options there, but I think to have him at the start of the game is probably going to be vital. But as mentioned then, loads of wins in there. Really good league form from us in recent times. Last time we met was obviously Bradford PA, and since then, decent results. Of course, a few hitches along the way. That's always going to happen. But as we go into this game against Chester, it is massive. Right then, here we go. This is where things get very, very interesting. Chester have got a good team, but it's not an amazing team. This is the 11 we're obviously going to go with. Wright's going to be in goal for this one. Minivan, Gibbons, Pennell and Cantrell at the back. Payne sitting just in front with Lawrence and Burton, that midfield too. Alabusu on the right-hand side, Slew on the left, and Thorpe up top through the middle. It's the biggest game of the season, no doubt about it. Of course, we do play them again later this season, and that might prove just to be as pivotal. If we can keep our form going, though, we should be in luck. Let's look through a few of their players for those interested. You can see he's very good. George Green, he's actually a Chester player as well. He's been there for a few years. He's having another really good season. 6 goals, 4 assists for him so far this year. On that left-hand side, a very pacey young winger, Congolese, on loan from Coventry, and then Motley Henry out on the other side as well. Very quick, dangerous players. And up top through the middle, they've got Jacob Walton, who looks pretty good. Again, he's got nice stats for this level. Of course, if you watched the video a few episodes ago where we go through how we select players, he's someone that probably would come up every now and then. All the right attributes in all the right places. Come on then, boys. It's going to be a battle of the midfield today. Can we do the business as we go out there and give the fans their money's worth? We're at home. Hopefully it'll be a big crowd for us as well. I'll say we're at home. We're actually at Boston Town's ground. But regardless, we're at our spiritual home. Spiritual home. Not spiritual home. We're just at home. The game begins. This is the most stressful game of the season. I feel it. I can feel the tension here because, well, we'll probably, let's face it, if we go into the playoffs, then they've scored after a minute. Jacob Walton with a great strike. Hopefully this isn't going to be the dip now. But I was going to say, we're likely to go into the playoffs as big favourites, whatever happens. Now, it's whether we can get that automatic spot. So far this season, as we're seeing, Chester are playing just as well, if not slightly better than us this year as they take an early lead. That's where the home side will go slightly more positive. We'll try and play on that front foot. Alabusu, if we don't get a goal from him or a contribution from him in this half, then I will regret starting him, to be honest. We've got Harvey Neville, on the bench though, as we're working that quite neatly, and we find the ball out to Cantrell, forward to Slew now, who whips the ball forward to Thorpe, and his pace gets him away from the defenders. Can he pop it in? He can! 1-1, 8 minutes gone, back on level terms. Chris Thorpe, 12th goal of the season, on fire this year for us, and gets the all-important goal. Nicely worked, out from the keeper, you'll see as well. Slew with a wonderful ball through the middle, and Thorpe is off. He's on that like a shot, and he just pokes it home past the goalkeeper, who can do nothing. The Chester fans behind the goal look devastated. Okay, even Stevens, my word. All right, a little bit of possession for Chester, and if this is a back and forth game, I'm not sure I can handle that. I already had an 8-3 not that long ago, as Walton works it to Lusala as right. I mean, flipping heck. 2 long-range efforts. George Green with it. We highlighted him before the game. Very, very good player for this level of football. He really is. He could definitely be playing a division or 2 above. But what a finish this is. Lovely strike from them. And you've got to give Chester the credit. I mean, real recognises real, viewers, in a phrase that I've never used before. But you can tell that Chester are just as well oiled as we are. This is the first time we've really had a proper look at them. But you can just see from the way they move the ball around, they're doing it with a certain confidence as... Holy smokes, George Green's having a good game. Free kick. You want Wright to do more, but we're not even 20 minutes in and we find ourselves 3-1 down. Unfamiliar territory for our Boston boys, as Wright should definitely do better there. No clean sheet for him today, as I highlighted him before. Now a corner, 22 minutes gone, and we could be all at sea here. It's in again. Chester are running riot. All right, we're no longer going positive here. I mean, this is now a problem, isn't it, viewers? Well, we went into this season as favourites, and it's fair to say Chester didn't agree. Poor from us on the line there. I think Wright and Minivan just collide, and it's in. And it's 4-1. A humbling for me right here. All right, maybe a chance for us just before the half-hour mark. If we can get a couple of goals, you never know. We can still sneak a draw out of this. I think winning it at this stage probably going to be quite difficult. As Slew, where can he go with this? Finds Burton inside. Minivan now. We know his delivery can be good from wider areas. Finds the ball in. Not his best work, though. And now Slew's going to have to work hard to win this back. Luckily for us, the clearance forward not very accurate, as now we're going to have to calm down a little bit and try and work on opening once again. You can see our midfielder drops deep into the centre-backs, and now the ball worked forward towards Thorpe, who's good, headed down to Slew, finds Alabusi on that side maybe, drops to Burton. Oh, it's very close. It's very close. Good football from the Boston boys, but not quite goal-worthy, as we're on it again here. Ball through the middle, Thorpe's gone again. We've seen him do it once before. Can he do it again? He can't. Great save from the Chester goalkeeper. Oh, a bit of a golden opportunity, you've got to say, as Payne now with a corner whipped it in towards that back post, but comes to nothing. This is good though. I like the fact there's a little bit of a rivalry. I don't like the fact I'm 4-1 down, potentially 5-1 down if this goes against us. Lusala, again, left-footed. I worry about him shooting from there. Long-range shots today have been the ticket for Chester as they're working it quite neatly. Ball played in. Oh, what a goal that is. I mean, I'm not sure if Jacob Walton's meant it, but the reaction speed was pretty sublime. We're 5-1 down. I feel weirdly calm about it, though, because I know that they're decent. But, wow, I didn't realise they were going to be this good as that. Ball in. I'm like, hints of offside there, but whatever. As it's going to be 5-1, hopefully 5-1. I mean, we'll see it again. To me, it looked a little bit offside. No, it's level. We'll give him the credit. And, yeah, what a finish that is, my word. After so many great performances, this is a shock to the system. It's a free kick from Burton just before the half ends. Oh, it's a good effort. I mean, saved again. That's been the difference, really. Every, close chance we've had hasn't gone in. Every chance they've had, it seems like has gone in. All right, we're not going to... I mean, it's difficult to know what to do, actually. I'm tempted to change... I mean, Alabusi's not having the best game ever. Harvey Neville's going to come on, hopefully, with a little bit about him. And at the back, do you risk Mikel Parker? Probably not. I mean, there's not too much else I'll change here. I'm going to keep things largely the same. I might push Payne slightly further forward, keep him in the same role, but pack out that midfield a little bit higher up the pitch. Hopefully it'll force us to play it out wide a little quicker, rather than trying to build through the middle, as... This could be a cricket score, to quote the phrase that is used so often in football. Another shot comes in, Wright makes a save. I mean, that's a positive moment. I don't know if I should play on the counter-attack here, if I should go positive against them. I mean, let's face it. I mean, it says a lot about this Boston team that there's a little bit of me thinking, forget one. We can still get back in this. As Lawrence, ball up to Neville's, very good. If he can whip it in towards that back post, he can. Slew's there to make it 5-2. And it's been disallowed. And I've definitely not celebrated like I thought it was definitely a goal. If he's offside here, by the way, it is very close. You can't quite see because of the camera angle. We'll assume he's off. I guess hopefully the red line means attacking. If not, that's a killer blow. I feel like we're gonna go down our sort. I'm gonna go a positive again because we might as well try and score goals at this point. Keep the goal difference close-ish. A Slew, Thorpe's there, prods in, and Thorpe's getting the ball. Thorpe's not done yet. There's time to get 3 goals here. Look, there's been 7 goals in the game. There's still a moment, surely in this game, where it might just turn. Slew down the line. Great ball to him, by the way. Hits the bottom of the post. I don't know if the keeper got a touch, and Thorpe can't miss from there. Another goal for him this season. Right place, right time. Now, we've gone a little bit more positive. Are we opening ourselves up to more Chester rage, or is there an option here for us that maybe actually get ourselves back into this? It's not looking overtly likely, but Burton's free kick, it's not gone in. Gibbons is there. Go on, surely someone's put it in. It's in. Somehow it's found its way in. 5-3, 23 minutes left to go. I think one of our players either got a bit of a knock or is having a very poor game. Burton's free kick causes absolute mayhem, and from this, it's just, I don't know what's happening. Gibbons slides, tackles it in, the keeper can't get there. Mayhem, 5-3, as Minivan, it's been pointed out to me there, not having the best of games. We'll get him off for Middleton, who can play out there, not perfectly, but if Minivan's playing that badly, we don't need to make a mistake, essentially. With 15 minutes left to go, I guess I'll go attacking, although I've said it before, I'm not a fan of doing attacking this year at all. Not long left to go. Let's bring another striker on. Payne's going to come off. We're going to put Edwards up front alongside Thorpe. We'll go for 2 advanced forwards. I've always preferred that. Can we get another goal late doors, or is 5-3? Looks like 5-3 is going to be the end of this. But wow, I mean, it was nice to just fight back a little bit, despite being like gone from this game. We've definitely shown a little bit of character in the second half. It's not going to be enough to win it, obviously, but not too bad. I mean, there's still a little bit of time. A minute to go at the end. 5-4. It's basically the same as a 1-0, viewers, isn't it? So in terms of goal difference going into the later part of the season, that might prove to be important. Hopefully, it proves to be somewhat important. Otherwise, the defeat will have cost us a lot more than I'd have hoped. As Slew picks it up. I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to score 2 here, but maybe 1 more. Oh, Thought went for it. Not quite, though. I mean, Chester, the problem is now, viewers, obviously, that Chester have got this game in hand as well. So Chester could go a very convincing 8 points clear in what appears statistically to be a very even game. A clinical Chester side in that first half, that first 25 minutes. Obliterated me. Part of me thinks we probably need that. I'm going to say unlucky. I'm not going to try and destroy morale. We've lost to a rival. We've got 2 big games coming up, though. I just noticed there, Darlington and Leamington to come. You can see both in the mix. And if we're going to sort of solidify ourselves as a top 2 team, we're going to have to beat the likes of Leamington. So I'll see you in a moment for that one then. It's not too long away. So yeah, in a moment. Alright gang, welcome back, and there's not really a change to the system in this game, but Alibiosu is fully fit for it, which I guess is the comforting thing. In fact, as well, talking about changes, Pennell's going to step out, Gibbons going to move back across, and Mikael Parker is going to come back into the side. There's a little question mark for me whether we should be trying to give Harvey Neville more game time out on that left-hand side instead of Slew. Slew's a very good player, but you can see, I say very good player, he gives us a lot, but whether he's got the same quality as Neville, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna give Neville another chance to shine here out on that left-hand side. I think cutting in, he could be quite dangerous. He's right-footed as well, so you'd expect he might have that in his locker. I'm training both Harvey Neville and Alibusu to knock the ball in front of them when they're dribbling. I found this year at Football Manager that is one of the key traits you can give a player, especially wingers anyway, because it just allows them to burst past players with ease, it feels like. So anyway, Leamington to come today then at home. Got to try and bounce back after Chester. It was a tough game against Chester, as you've all witnessed. It's whether we can bounce back against what is quite a defensive system from Leamington. All right, come on, boys. And we're looking for some happiness here. Last game, I've never reacted so positively to a 5-1 defeat. The fact we turned it into a 5-3 was pretty comforting, but the fact we were getting battered and I was still relatively confident says a lot about these boys. So now it's their time to shine and to prove to me that the backing I give them is well worth it and deserved. It's a corner for us early on, just a minute gone. Of course, this was when, well, would you look at that? It's gone in. It's not counting. I'm not sure you can see it because I think my big head's in the way. But yeah, Alibiosu ruled out. I mean, it is fairly offside. At least it's fairly offside. There's no lines. We just have to guess, I guess. Another corner, same as last highlight. Ball whipped in, cleared away though, and Lawrence will get there first with a little bit of time to maybe put the ball back in. He finds Alabalusi at the back post, very similar to the goal that was ruled out offside a moment ago. This time it counts though, and he's back in the side. He's fully fit to play. But that was maybe one of our issues last game, that he wasn't quite at it and played poorly as a result as well. Didn't have that same dynamism that we were used to seeing from him. Lawrence puts a beautiful ball into the back post, completely unmarked, but a good finish with his weaker foot. And it's Boston 1, Leamington 0. I mean, we're seeing if it was onside. Yeah, good. Thanks for checking. No VAR, viewers. It literally doesn't matter. Free kick to Leamington, as it's not counting. I'm not sure why it's not counting. It says they're offside. I'm not sure. Is it the initial header hits one of the players? Oh, I mean, blimey. That is as close as it can be. In fact, it's for obstruction. It's not even... We've had that 3 times now. I've not seen it in any other save I've had, but 3 times now it's been ruled out for obstruction. Fantastic officiating in the Vanarama Nationals, by the way. Amazing. National North, yes, we've not been promoted yet, I know. Be one of you that points it out, I know. All right, quite a dominant first half display. Got to take our chances more, though. 14 shots, only 4 on target. We've got to get a little bit closer in, I think. All right, second half, no need to change anything. And actually, do my eyes deceive me? Chester getting beat. No, they're not. They're not even playing. I think that's what the situation is. But the gap's going to 5 points. So they must be doing something. They're winning comfortably. Okay, never mind. Oh, it's because that game in hand gave them extra points. Sorry, I'm all over the shop here. Started off with a free kick. Miniman took it short, and now we're working something quite nice on the edge, are we? Lawrence, if he plays it across, Elabelusi's there. It's not gone in with the second chance. Oh, he tried to pull it back for someone else. Very caring of him. Played back in again. Neville's there this time. Doesn't quite get his goal. He's got 1 this season, but I really want him to come alive in this side. Everyone's playing pretty well. I guess Thorpe's the only one that we could maybe see a little bit more from. Burton in the centre as well. I really should organise my bench slightly better. I need another midfield option on there. But with it being 1-0, with it being quite tight, they're not really offering anything. I feel I'm hesitant to change anything here. I think we might just try and see this out with a win as the time doesn't quite tip away. I mean, surely not. A late Leamington goal here will be against the run of play and quite painful all the same. But that header's not very good, and Neville gets a chance to run at his defence. Thorpe's there. He's got runners all over the place. Burton's there at the back post. Can he slide it in? No, he can't. He could have maybe pulled it across. It's a corner to us right at the end of the game, a minute to go. I'd rather we play this short and waste time, really, but you do you, Payne. Go on, whip it in. He does so, and it's cleared away as far as Burton, but that's probably going to be the end of the highlight. And as Breeden takes this a goal kick for Leamington, you've got to assume the ref's going to blow, and he does. A 1-0 win, bouncing back after a tough defeat to Chester. The gap is still measurable. Still at 5 points, but of course they have that game in hand, which would then take it to 8. Good performance from the boys, though. Again, really good to bounce back. And Darlington, as our next game, is going to be a toughie as well. Obviously, I'll let you know next time how we get on in that one. But yes, that's going to bring us to the end of today's episode. The next time we shall meet, I said before, I'm going to try and speed through this a little bit quicker. So it will definitely be around the January period, either at the start or the back end. I'll have to wait and see. If you enjoyed today's video, though, please do drop a like on it. Want to see some more? Subscribe to the channel and follow me on this Boston journey. We love with care. From me to until next time. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. It's all got very serious. I lost 5-3. 5-3. I was so calm about it. They couldn't. They probably walked in thinking they're going to get a right bollocking. Nothing. I just smiled. Just went, it's all right. We're playing well this year.